The colonial documents are really amazing. I think the most remarkable thing about these records is that we have them. Most colonial powers took the records with them when they left, but we have our records here, so it makes an enormous difference for those of us who work on the history of New Orleans.
They are the records, the judicial records of the French and Spanish courts. And they're important to scholars because they show almost every transaction. They show inventories, they show crime, they show, the details of life. For that reason, I think they're very important.
As an indexer, I look through the documents and I pull out relative information that we then input into our database. Any subject or topic that we think people might be interested in researching, we try to include it.
The digitization of the colonial documents is going to make a tremendous difference to the number of scholars who are able to use those records.
So to be able to pull a digital image up on a computer is going to give the document a much greater lifespan.
And frankly, it's often easier to work with the digitized record because you can blow it up.
You have a sense of the color of the ink and of the paper. And you get to read the words that were used in the document, the exact words.
Another interesting thing about the documents is the artistic rendering of them. There are many beautiful lithographs and wax seals that are perfectly preserved. Many of the documents contain tales of pirates and shipwrecks, also like accounts of the cargoes contained in them. There are documents of midwives and musicians that date back to 1714. One document that seems of interest is the first mention of the word gumbo. It's from 1764. It was from an enslaved woman who befriended and took a runaway slave named Lewis, who had actually stolen a pig and had brought back to her cabin to make a great stew. Everyone kind of joined together and consumed this stew family style, and that's how the word gumbo came into our vernacular.
History only exists when it's recorded. The past exists without being recorded, but history only exists when it's recorded. And so you can actually see the history that was created in these spaces that people come to New Orleans to visit. And the beauty of it is that you don't have to be in New Orleans to visit this history, to have an intimate encounter with it. You can do it on your computer at home.